time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Talk to him. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Come on, Charlie.
We want smoke, ayy. We want smoke, ayy. We want smoke. Oh shit, I ain't turned the screen on. What's going on, Wild Nation? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. HD, back with another episode of the Monday Night Raw Blunt Ratings. Happy to be here. It has been a crazy morning for pro wrestling. Some stuff happened on Raw last night that gave us some big news. Couple big things happened on the show. We're going to talk about it all in a minute. You know the drill, kid. Get money. What's up, my G? You know what I mean? Wild Nation. You know what I mean? You already know what it is. Yeah, and then we got the news of Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes no longer being in AEW. Physics are going to talk about that in depth tomorrow on the news joint. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. A lot of crazy stuff going on. WrestleMania season is approaching. Elimination Chamber is this weekend. Revolution is coming up here soon for AEW. So it's a lot going on, man. But we're here to talk about Monday Night Raw and do the Blunt Ratings. As always, we're going to start with the promos and backstage segments from the show. There was a lot. The show opened with Bobby Lashley. Basically started with the the men's Elimination Chamber participants coming out and talking shit to each other. Bobby came out first, talked shit about everybody. Then Seth came out, said nobody could beat Lashley but him. Then Riddle came out in a toga because, you know, it's the Broga party. It was last night. Then Austin Theory came out to interrupt everybody. You know what I mean? Cell phone in hand as usual. Then AJ Styles came out. Then, you know, Cowboy Brock Lesnar came out with the cowboy hat and all that. For some reason, Austin Theory thought it, you know, because Brock, you know, he treated him like a coat rack and basically put his hat on him and put his coat on him and just made him stand there like a doofus. And I guess Austin thought it was a good idea to attack Brock Lesnar from behind, but he kind of just whiffed and jumped over Brock Lesnar, and Brock caught him and just started suplexing the shit out of him. So everybody bailed because nobody wants no parts of Brock, obviously. And yeah, that was the open segment of the show. After that, we had a Street Profits promo. The first hour of the show was supposedly commercial free, but they had like a lot of vignettes and shit like that, a lot of space fillers. They had Street Profits doing a show rundown, which I guess they do it on AEW too. They have the commentary do it, so I guess it's you know, whatever. Why put the Street Profits in that position? They're not commentators, but whatever. Then we had the Broga party begin. It was not lit, and it was full of hills. I'm pretty sure RK Bros are baby faces. Where are their friends? Where it was like the Hurt Business. It was Apollo and Aziz back there, and it was Zelina and Carmel. I was like, where are the baby faces? This is the wackest party. Like, they definitely won't have his back if anything goes down. We'll talk about that in a minute. But then Randy Orton cut a promo, said, yeah, I'm not going to no fucking Broga party. I got a match with Seth Rollins, though. We can talk about that. But yeah, so Randy is in the main event, was in the main event against Seth. We'll talk about that more in a sec. Kevin Owens. This was the first major news of the night. If you put 2 and 2 together, you kind of could obviously see what was going on here. Kevin Owens was talking to Adam Pearce, or he was replaying the clip from when he talked to Adam Pearce and saying how much he loved Texas, and WWE did a poll asking the fans if they believed him. All the fans said no, he's full of shit. So Kevin was like, you know what? You're right. You're a piece of shit. I hate you. I hate Texas. I hate everything about Texas. I hate barbecue. I hate the Cowboys. I hate the Astros. I hate Houston strip clubs. I hate UGK. He's just said everything about Texas is trash. Yeah, so that's when you kind of got the sense at that point that someone was going to have to come and defend Texas's honor. And, I mean, as soon as he started cutting the promo, it was like, oh, well, so he's fighting Stone Cold at WrestleMania. Now there's news. I don't know if it's news or if everybody just put two and two together, but apparently WWE has reached out to Stone Cold about facing Kevin Owens. I hope that's true. I hope he does it because that would be awesome to see. One more match with Stone Cold. He's one of those guys that never came back after he retired and had another match. So be good to see. Hopefully it's not a Shawn Michaels situation, but I don't think he's not in there with the Undertaker or anything. You know what I mean? So I think he'll be fine being in there with Kevin Owens. Kevin could carry anybody to a good match pretty much. So I hope it's true. Stunner versus Stunner. It only makes sense. Austin, the perennial babyface. Kevin Owens, great at being a heel. It just makes too much sense not to do it, which probably means they won't do it. Because WWE gonna WWE. Yeah, he's probably going to be fighting some country music singer or some shit. Like, it's going to be some bullshit. Why'd I even say that? Please don't let that happen. Please don't let him face one of Dak Prescott or somebody. No. Stone Cold Steve Austin. One more match. Then we had more of the Broga Party. The Street Profits showed up to the Broga Party at that point. It got a little more lit. Now you got some friends there. I thought they were friends. More on that in a bit. We had Becky and Lita do a contract signing, which was really, really good because Becky came out looking homeless. She usually super duper star, but she said, I ain't been able to sleep for a whole week thinking about the person I looked up to, trying to take everything that I work for away from me. I can't sleep thinking about this shit. Becky's really good, man. Lita, not so much. Lita's very boring. It sounds like she's reading off of cue cards. The promo from Becky was just so passionate and felt real because she was bringing real life. Like everybody knows, she looked up to Lita in real life. That was her hero in wrestling. So it's just like, Lita was just like, she was like, please, Lita, don't listen to these people. Like, we define our legacies. Like, she was saying some real shit. And then Lita was like, what do y'all think? She was like, I was like, but she just said don't listen to them. Why are you asking them what they think? She literally just said, don't worry about what they think. This is about us and what we want. And the first thing you do is, so what do you guys think I should do? I was like, it's stupid. Oh, man. Becky looked like she was still hung up from the Super Bowl. Excellent take, kid. Get money. Excellent, excellent take. That's exactly what she looked like. Mad nachos and beer. She took a couple shots and she didn't realize because she was already like 7 beers in. You know what I mean? She was like, nah, I'm gonna just do like, a 3-hour workout tomorrow, get rid of all of it. You know what I mean? But then she took a couple shots and, mixing the beer with the liquor is always a bad idea. I mean, it happens to the best of us. They didn't really attack each other. Becky kind of just threw something at Lita and walked off, and that was the end of it. But Becky carried this segment. They both signed a contract. Looking forward to that match. Also, they pointed out that over in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, they have Becky Lynch and Lita on the billboard for the show as the main event of the show. So it's kind of a big deal. I mean, obviously over there, that's the more modernized city in Saudi Arabia. They're trying to be more forward thinking, but they also, we ain't gonna talk about it. But so, it's like take the good with the bad. I don't know. So after that, we had another camera cut back to the Broga Party. It was still not lit, and it got even more not lit because Matt Riddle was singing a country song, for a not lit song at all, but he was doing some high shit that a stoner would do. And then the Alpha Academy just barged in and beat him up. And there was like 6 or 7 people there at the party. I mean, maybe more, maybe a couple less. I'm not sure. They all left. Otis and Chad Gable showed up, and 7 people scurried away. Nobody helped Riddle. They just let him get his ass beat. I was like, who did you invite to your party, bro? What are you doing? Who did you invite? I would go one by one down that list and beat the shit out of all of them. I ain't gonna beat up the girls, but I'm gonna rob them at least. I'm doing something. I'm taking Zelina's crown. I'm going to smack the shit out of Corey Graves just because this girl is a snake. I'm definitely fucking up Aziz and Apollo, Street Profits. Anybody else that was there is getting it immediately after. I'm getting at them before I even get back at Alpha Academy because, nigga, I invited you to my party. And some motherfuckers show up you know I got beef with, and y'all just bounce. Y'all just let me get my ass whooped. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked. They're terrible people, man. Terrible people. They're all super hills now. All of them, super hills. I was so mad. I was like, damn, they just gonna bounce? Oh, it ain't my beef. I'm out. That was the second funniest part of the show to me. That was the second funniest part of the show, but that was pretty much the end of the Broga party. As Alpha Academy said, party's over. So after that, we had a Mysterio cross promo segment with the dog movie. Don't give a fuck. After that, we had the absolute best part of Monday Night Raw last night. There, it is hands down, not even close, the best backstage promo, a backstage segment of promo from last night. It is absolutely 100% the best 24/7 title segment I have ever witnessed in my life. It might be better than any hardcore title segment or any segment of that belt's legacy. It was one of the greatest things I've seen on TV. Because I'm being facetious, but not really. Yeah. So backstage, you had Dana Brooke and Reggie backstage, and they were just chatting. And Dana Brooke was like, "You've been such a good friend to me," and she just kept emphasizing the word friend. It's like, "You've been such a good friend to me, such a good." Then you saw, I think it was R-Truth, and everybody start chasing after him, and they scurried away. And then they was going to commercial. You could hear it say, "He's my friend. He's my friend." Then they came back from commercial. She was still like, "Reggie, you're such a good friend. You're such a good." It's like, bitch, how many times you go tell this man he your friend? Like, we get it. Fuck, he in the friend zone. But then Reggie, because Reggie's like, "Hold up. I hear you. I hear you. So I'm gonna put my cards on the table. This is what it is. What you should do in this situation, if you're a man, take a lesson from Reggie. Don't ever fall down that rabbit hole of getting friend zoned. You know what I mean? If you know that that's what's happening. You know what I mean? You should make it clear that you ain't with that shit from jump. But you know what I mean? If things are going naturally and you see that, you know, it's happening, you should do what Reggie did, because Reggie was like, "Look, man, fuck that friend zone. I'm trying to, do the do. You know what I mean? I'm trying to see what it is. You know what I mean? You don't be kissing me on the cheek and taking up my time and have me take you on dates and spending money. You know what I mean? All this motherfucking bullshit and tell me I'm your friend, bitch. I don't do this for all my friends. You see me hanging out with my friends, getting kissed on the cheek by my friends. Ain't no. All women around the world need to learn this lesson. Men ain't trying to be your friend if they're hanging out with you that closely and doing romantic things with you that they would do with a woman that they actually liked. Like, friends, like, go on group dates and shit, like, not even dates, group trips and shit like that, and hang out in groups. And men and women don't hang out alone in intimate settings and call themselves friends and shit and do sexual touches and shit. Like, that's not how that works. It's friends. Reggie was like, and so Dana was like, "Now you're my friend. I just wanna be friends. Yeah, I mean, I value our friendship." He was like, "Oh yeah, that's what's up. Bet." She kind of turned her back. He went to walk off, and then he rolled her up for the 24/7 title, and took his shit back. Reggie. It's like, bitch, give me my shit back. I could have been took this shit back. I'm over here motherfucking being all nice to you and wooing you and shit. Fuck that shit. You know what I mean? It was Valentine's Day. You trying to friend zone that man on Valentine's Day? You ain't shit. Women like you ain't shit, Dana Brooke. I just want to let you know. For all men across the world, we've all been through it where women tried to friend zone us. You know what I mean? We was clearly trying to holler. You know what I mean? And then, you know, if you was a player, you'd be like, "Hold up." You know what I mean? Nah, I ain't with this. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Just start ignoring them calls. You know what I mean? And just be like, "Nah, I'm not with this." You know what I mean? We moving this way or we moving no way. You know what I mean? Reggie was like, "I'm out of here. Get my belt back." It's like, friendships has its benefits. I thought that segment was awesome. I laughed hard as hell. Then R-Truth came up and was like, He said, so he's like, some don't like the friends. He's like, Cupid don't like the friend zone. I was, and then the waiter came up and was like, yo, are you going to pay for this bill? Because they were the rest. Everybody had left her with the bill. She was like, are you kidding me? That's what you get. That's what you deserve. You should be paying the bill. You know what I mean? Those are the type of women you go stag with. You don't pay for dinner dates with women who call you a friend. Fuck that. She paid for her own shit, friend. You know what I mean? Fuck all that. Oh, man. Reggie, he did. Reggie, yeah, Reggie with, yeah, Carmella, Nia. Well, he ain't have Carmella. He was kind of her servant. But Nia Jax, then, yeah, then Dana, definitely, doing his thing. You know what I mean, never know them St. Louis niggas, you know what I mean? I'm from St. Louis myself, so you know what I mean? That St. Louis shit, man. I don't know. Some cool ass motherfuckers, man. So, it is what it is. You know what I mean? He could probably do some tricks too, because that motherfuckers are Ringling Brothers and shit. So I don't know what he could do, you know what I mean? So he might know some shit that I don't know. You know what I mean? Flippity doo dah motherfucker. And so yeah, I thought the 24/7 title segment was awesome last night, for all the reasons I just said. Then we had the Alpha Academy do a pre-match promo. I've been saying how great these guys were. I've been putting them over for months now. I'm just happy they're champions and getting their just due, because Chad Gable is fucking awesome. Otis is awesome. Them as a tag team is awesome. So I just want to see them keep going and keep doing their thing. And then we had probably the dumbest segment of the night, being the last promo, or backstage segment, if you will. We had... the referee stealing the cookie, putting one in his pocket, like fucking Green Goblin on Spider-Man. Spider-Man No Way Home, where Green Goblin was stealing the muffins. That's what he looked. He stole some cookies, put one in his pocket. I was like, you got a linty ass cookie there. But anyways, we had Alexa Bliss in the doctor's office, and apparently she's cured. But then we found out that she had the worst psychiatrist in all of America, because he told her that he had recreated Lily with the stuffings from the old Lily, and that she'd only be okay if she kept that Lily with her at all times. So wouldn't that just defeat the purpose of the fucking therapy? What the fuck? She was in the therapy to try to get, because she had attachment issues to a fucking doll, and then, wait a minute, time out. I'm so confused. So, wait a minute. So now you tell her that she has to have the doll to be okay, when you were trying to... It just defeated the purpose of all the fucking whack-ass fucking segments that we've been watching for the last, I don't know how long. It's been way too long. It's fucking stupid. It's stupid. I didn't know you could make something stupid stupider. No, that's not a word. It's more stupid. Don't care. This is stupider. It's horrible. What the fuck? I'm mad. I hate this shit. She kind of had more of the goddess attitude, but then she still got Lily, and I don't fucking know. I just don't know. It's dumb. But overall, promos and backstage segments were okay last night. The 24/7 title segment being the highlight for me. Kevin Owens diss in Texas was pretty good. The Broga Party segments were whack, honestly. It wasn't what I expected. Could have been funnier. Or more entertaining, but Becky did her thing. So I gave promos and backstage segments. Let me get my stream deck over here. I gave promos and backstage segments 3.5 blunts. We had the best 24/7 title segment ever. You know what I mean? Ladies might disagree. You know what I mean? But players like myself. You know what I mean? We know what it is. You know what I mean? No friend zone. So let's move on to the matches. We had some fire-ass matches last night, and then we had some whack-ass matches last night. The first of we had whatever match that I don't need to see, which was the first one, the Street Profits versus the Dirty Dogs. Come on, man. Don't need to see this match ever again in my life. Like, no, I don't need to see it. But there was something cool, because Tommaso Ciampa was on commentary, and he got involved in the match. Dolph got involved with him. He got involved with Dolph. They kind of caused a distraction, helped the Street Profits get the win, get the pin on Robert Roode, whatever the fuck he's going by these days. So Street Profits got the dub. Then Damian Priest and AJ Styles had a rematch. A rematch, but this time it was for the U.S. title. And Damian Priest beat AJ Styles in 5 minutes, like clean. Only one of these guys is in the World Championship Elimination Chamber on Saturday. I'm confused as to why. And what the fuck is Damian done with the belt? It's almost like Shinsuke. Like the mid-card titles don't really feel like they're relevant at all. You know who made that title feel relevant when he had it? AJ Styles. Like, it was nobody besides Kevin Owens and John Cena in the last fucking decade almost who's made that title feel more relevant. You know what I mean? It's like, why wouldn't you put it on AJ? That didn't make any sense to me. But Damian won the match. Almost beat up Cedric and Shelton at the same time. And they referred to them as the Hurt Business. They just got hurt. So I don't know why they did that. Then we had the best match of the night, easily the best match of the night. We had the motherfucking ladies gauntlet match. There was an Elimination Chamber gauntlet match with the 5 women that participated in the match. Oh, I did forget to mention something since I'm talking about this now. Alexa Bliss announced that she was the final participant in the Elimination Chamber match at the end of the show. So she's the 6th. It's not Bailey. Yes, I'm disappointed. Yeah, this match though, holy shit. Why wasn't this could have been the pay-per-view match. They could have saved this for yeah, these matches are better for, because of the unfairness technically of them. They're better for TV shows than pay-per-views. Because the competition technically isn't even, which we saw in this match, but it was the 5 women that were previously announced for the Elimination Chamber going at it. Who came out first? Rhea Ripley and Nikki Ash came out first. Obviously, hopefully this rivalry is over. Another match I don't need to see again. Rhea beat Nikki. Of course she did. Then Liv Morgan came out next. We know who won that. Rhea Ripley gets another dub with the Riptide. Then Doudrop came out. And this is when the shit started to just go. Because as soon as she came out, I was like, oh shit, this is about to be interesting. Big bubbly ass coming down there. Rhea Ripley's like a tower. You know what I mean? So I'm like, oh, this is about to be good. And Doudrop, no cap, I'm pretty sure I've said this a number of times already. She's really fucking good in the ring. Like, really good. Like, I know she's methodical. Like, there's small wrestlers who are methodical. Like, she's just fluid, and she's good, and she knows what she's doing. Psychology, facial expressions, her moveset is just everything she does makes sense. And her and Rhea Ripley beat the shit out of each other. Like, to the point to they were doing locked arm clotheslines on each other to where they just weren't letting go. They were just plow, plow, plow. I was like, damn. They fighting like 2 big dudes, but that's when you the heavyweight to the division. That's how you supposed to go at it these days. So I thought their interaction was amazing. Rhea went for the Riptide one time, couldn't get it. I think they went to commercial, came back, and there was more fighting with the ladies. Then Rhea actually did land the Riptide. She ain't get her all the way up because how the fuck you gonna get somebody all the way up? I'm surprised she got it as good as she did. And then she got a great pin on her, yeah, Rhea Ripley is the Iron Woman of the match at that point. She was in for like 20, 30 minutes, it felt like at that point. And then that's when the last competitor came out. And this is all for a chance to have the final exit from the Elimination Chamber. So the last person in the Elimination Chamber will be the winner from this match. But after that long 30-minute battle with those 3 women, one of the top superstars in WWE came out, Bianca Belair. And exactly what happened, you know, exactly what you expect to happen happened. Bianca won, but this part of the match was fire too. Like, these two are great in the ring together. We saw it I think they had a triple threat in the past. We saw it I'm pretty sure they wrestled in NXT. I could be wrong. I got to think about it. But yeah, so, it's like this match was crazy. The last half of the match was crazy, especially the Rhea and Doudrop shit. Like, that shit was fire, man. I really enjoyed that segment of the match. Bianca Belair putting over Rhea Ripley. They shook hands afterwards and hugged and shit. But I want to see Rhea Ripley and Doudrop feud. Babyface Hill, you got it right there. Give me that feud after Give me that match at Mania. Why can't I get that match at Mania? You know what I mean? I'm assuming fucking Bianca's gonna win this shit. She's last out the chamber. They didn't announce Bailey, so Bailey ain't gonna be coming in surprising nobody to win it. Alexa Bliss bet not win the fucking chamber. I mean, if anybody, no. If she was just going full goddess and she ain't have Lily, I'd be like, yeah, give it to Alexa. But nah, Bianca gonna win it. So you know, I would love to see Doudrop versus Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Yeah, and it's 2 nights, so need matches. I'm with that. So that was my favorite match of the night. And then we also had the Mysterios go up against the Alpha Academy. Miz and Maurice were on commentary. They tried to interfere. Looked like Alpha Academy was going to get beat because they were getting all the finishing moves, all the setup and finishing moves done on them. And then they just got a lucky-ass roll-up because Miz and Maurice was distracting them. So, you know, Chad Gable got an easy roll-up on Dom, a lucky roll-up on Dom, and they got the win out of nowhere. But then after that, Maurice slapped the shit out of Ray, and, you know, Miz hit the skull-crushing finale on Dom. So, continuing this whole Mysterios and Miz and Maurice and I don't know what the fuck this is. I don't know what any of them are doing at WrestleMania. I don't know. So, I can't tell what's happening. Ray's in the chamber, so there's that. Then Orton and Seth Rollins were the main event. These guys have fought before. Obviously, fired one of the greatest opening WrestleMania matches in the history of WrestleMania. The 36 years of whatever this shit. It's that match and that finish is engraved in my brain. It's the greatest RKO I've ever seen. It's the only other opening match. Brett and Owen. I'm pretty sure that opened that Mania. Yeah, and then fucking Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio had one of my favorite opening matches. No, that wasn't that was Mania. That was Mania. Was that SummerSlam? That was WrestleMania. Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio opening the show. WrestleMania, right? Kurt Angle had the spangly. He always had the spangly shit. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that was WrestleMania. But yeah, those two of my favorite opening matches of all time. And yeah, so yeah, Orton and Seth, you know what I mean? They gonna do what they do, man. You know what I mean? When these two guys get in the ring, they're gonna have a great match. It ended in shenanigans, but these are shenanigans that I didn't hate because, you know, Randy did hit the RKO clean as a whistle. Looked like, you know, he was about to get the dub, but then AA, as I call them, Alpha Academy, they came out, rushed down to the ring and tried to interfere, but Riddle came out and made the save for his bro, unlike Randy when Riddle was getting beat up at his own party, you know what I mean, because Randy ain't show up, but Riddle came out and saved Randy, but Randy saw him getting attacked, so he ran out there and helped him that time, and then as he was trying to run back and get in the ring to beat the 10 count, that's when Seth stomped his face into the mat and got the 1, 2, 3 count for the win, as he should have. I was worried how they were going to, because I don't want Randy to lose this match, you know what I mean, because then it just, yeah, he's not even in the chamber, so I don't want him to be losing and not be in the chamber, so, but Seth had to win, because he's obviously one of the more likely people to take the title from Lashley, if not, you know, Lesnar, obviously. So you got to keep him strong. So the way they did the finish was perfectly fine with me. I liked it. Thought the match was really good. I gave the matches for last night 3.75 blunts because of that women's gauntlet match and the main event. The rest of the matches were just not necessary, honestly. I didn't need to see Alpha Academy and the Mysterios. I mean, it was cool, but it didn't need it. Street Profits, Dirty Dogs don't need it. AJ Styles should have beat Damian Priest, not be losing in 5 minutes. That's just, yeah. So 3.75 blunts, I think that's more than fair. Shout out to the ladies, though. Rhea Ripley, man, hey, last night, that was a showing. If they're going to, because they haven't really been doing the whole shit with the Nikki Ash shit kind of made her feel like a little less relevant or less big because Nikki Ash is like perennial mid-card women's division type. So Rhea feuding with her kind of lowered her a little bit. No offense to Nikki Ash, you know what I mean, at all, because she's doing her thing right now too. But, you know, that kind of showing Rhea got to put on last night is what elevates her right back up there with Bianca and Bailey and Becky and Charlotte, and she's back in the top tier. You know what I mean? So, if that's 6 at Asuka when she returns. So she's back in that top tier 7 to 8 women that could main event any show in WWE. So good showing last night by the ladies. So moving on to storytelling. It was all right. Elimination Chamber build, so you got a lot of that. There was just a lot of bad storytelling on the show. Like I said, Damian Priest not dropping that belt. I understand he's trying to build him, but he's not over. He's not over. He's just not. I'm sorry, he's not over. So that's not just me personally saying that. Like, there's no super pops when he comes out. The crowd wanted AJ to win as much as they wanted him to win. I know it's 2 baby faces, but I'm pretty sure the crowd rooted for AJ harder. His gimmick is kind of weird, the whole Damien thing. So yeah, I wasn't with that. The Hurt Business, the not the Hurt Business, getting beat by Amos. Amos just doesn't feel relevant at this point. Like, he still hasn't had a real match since the AJ Styles thing. He squashed AJ Styles and couldn't get a big match after that. Doesn't make any sense. Maybe they got some plans. I don't know. What other stories? Were there any good? The Broga Party shit didn't really do nothing for me. Mysteria. Damn. I think I fucked this score up. Because, yeah, I gave this shit. Yeah, I fucked this score up. I'm gonna redo this shit because that's not right, y'all. I gave this shit 3.75, but I think I'm gonna knock it down a little bit. No, I didn't. Okay. No, I wrote it down wrong on my paper. I was about to say, no, I did. Why would I give this a 3.75? I knew I wasn't tripping. I gave it a 3.25. Yeah, so I got it right the first time. So, yeah, the storytelling wasn't that great. So it was like, whatever. Then commentary was kind of bland last night. Was it really anything? I gave them 3 blunts just because they were there. They existed. They didn't annoy me, but they were just there. And the crowd wasn't that hot, but they were. They were hot at the right moments. They kind of trolled Bobby Lashley because he was stumbling over his promo. They started booing him, even though he's been acting more as a babyface lately. But Brock is kind of a babyface too, and Seth is kind of a babyface too. I don't fucking know who's babyface and heel at this point. You can't tell, which is kind of a problem. Well, Brock is pure babyface at this point, I think. He's just badass Brock Lesnar in Stone Cold essence. But a lot of people, you can't really tell what the fuck their characters are, which is kind of defeats the purpose of pro wrestling. I know WWE, we don't really need to use a blend of heels in. No, motherfucker. We need good guys, bad guys. We need to know who to root against and who to root for. Tell us. You know what I mean? Tell us who to root for. If they somehow make us want to cheer them on anyway, even though we're supposed, then act accordingly. But you can't force that shit. Like, they can't, or just blur the line and just confuse everything. It's not good for storytelling purposes. But anyways, yeah, I gave the crowd 4 blunts, being nice. And that's a final blunt rating of 3.5, which is a silver blunt for Monday Night Raw. It was an enjoyable show. It wasn't a bad show. It wasn't a terrible go-home show. The contract signing was good. It's a couple, great matches on the show. The last couple matches on the show. And, things happened. You know what I mean? It wasn't the best show, but it wasn't the worst show for Monday Night Raw. So I think 3.5 blunts is fair for an overall score. Yeah, Ciampa was on commentary, so he ain't really do nothing or say nothing special. I mean, he's just kind of standard guest commentator. Priest was over, now he's not ever since the gimmick change. Exactly. They ruined him. Like, they ruined everything. They took away all the cool shit about him. The arrow with the flaming letters and the dark lights, and they gave him some fake Seth Rollins glow with the thing. It was just weird. Like, why? Why do it? What was the purpose? He was fine the way he was. Just like so many other wrestlers that they tinker with and just ruin. But yeah, I don't really get it, man. I don't really get it. Nikki Ash was just the champion not so long ago. Was she the women's champion? Nikki Ash was the women's champion, wasn't she? She lost it to Charlotte. Who did she? How did she get the belt? Man, I don't even remember. I know. I feel like It did happen. I just don't remember it. I feel like it's in there somewhere. I just feels like deja vu or something. Like it's not really happening, but it may have happened. I'm not sure. Nikki Ash was the women's champion, huh? Hey, that's good for her. I hope she remembers it because Lord knows I don't. So yeah, that's it for the Monday Night Raw blunt ratings, 3.5 blunt ratings. Somebody asked, what do I think about the Cody Rhodes shit that happened? It's weird. I mean, he started the company. I figured he probably should have got stock in it, like some forever stock. I would hope that he has like some way to be getting money from that company for the duration of the company. Because if he did it, I just feel like that's bad business. That's bad business. You have to prepare for something like that to where you're getting some type of residual for starting the entire fucking company. For the entire thing being your idea. You should be getting compensated for as long as that idea exists. I'm sorry. That's just bad business. And it's not anybody's fault but his if he didn't get that on the paperwork. Like, it was his idea. Like, yeah, man, if I'm not here after my contract signed, I still want to own 1% of the fucking company. Like anything. I want something. I need to be getting a check from AEW until I die or until this company dies. One of us going to die first. So I need to be getting paid until one of us die, motherfucker. So, and even after I'm dead, yeah, it's like my kids should be getting paid after if AEW is still around then. You know what I mean? He started it was his idea. It's ludicrous that he's not there anymore. You know what I mean? But if that's what he wanted, I'm happy for him. If that's not what he wanted, I think it's just weird. It was his idea. The company only exists because he had the balls to be like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to call my friends who maybe aren't his friends anymore. I guess they just grew apart. But damn, man, I don't know. It just feels a little weird to me with that. But physics will delve way into that way more. I'm pretty sure there'll be more coming out. There's been a bunch of statements. Brandy's put out a statement. Even Dustin's put out a statement. AEW and Tony's put out statements. So I'll let physics handle that on the news tomorrow. Yeah, man. So I appreciate you guys stopping through as always, man. Love is love. It's your boy, Mr. HD, back with another episode of the Blunt Ratings for Monday Night Raw. And we will be back with you guys on Thursday for the AEW Dynamite Blunt Ratings, which should be interesting. Awkward. A little awkward. Fans might be feeling a little bad because they were doing a lot of booing when they were supposed to do some cheering. And now he's gone. So you got what you wanted. Dickheads. So that's it for today, man. Laylo Man, Austin Theory went to Suplex City. Now, I thought it was actually hilarious. And I thought it was hilarious that Brock took the picture with him because I feel like that kind of put Austin over. Like, Brock is paying him attention. You know what I mean? It's like, if Brock does any type of interaction with you, I feel like it's putting you over. Like, of course Brock is going to beat you up. That's what he's supposed to do. You saying that Cody shit is a work? No way. That's not a work. They all putting out statements. His brother putting out statements. I mean, he could re-sign with them. I mean, it's just as of now, he's not with AEW, so who knows what the future holds. You know what I mean? I'm interested to find out. Everybody's telling me he might go back to WWE. I don't know why people just assume that's the first thing he's going to do. I mean, there's other companies. He started a whole company. I mean, he got a billionaire backing him up, obviously. There's not many of those that are going to be into wrestling, but there's other companies to work for. Who says he doesn't go to Impact or go over to New Japan and do the Bullet Club thing over there since Jay White is over here now? Like, we don't know what the fuck is going to happen. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to Brandy and Cody for all the fucking charity work they did with AEW too. Brandy's really not likable. I ain't gonna lie. Like, just based on her tweets, and I don't know if that's just her character on Twitter and shit, but it just seems like that's who she is. And I know girls exactly like her, so you know, don't really care for them either. So she, you know, yeah, that's it. Kicking Money, tune out to Physics tomorrow to find out if it's a work or not. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. It would be a bad work. It would be a bad work. Or maybe it's a work just to troll the fans that have been booing him. Then, okay, then it would be a good work. See what y'all did? Y'all got me fired, you bitch ass niggas. Oh, now we feel bad. Ha, psych, I'm not fired, bitch ass niggas. That would be an awesome troll. I don't think that's what's happening, though. We will see. But you guys check out Physics tomorrow, live around noon for the news joint. And I'll be back on Thursday, like I said, for AEW Dynamite Blunt Ratings. Till then, Wild Nation, you already know what it is. Gang, gang. Smoke one for your boy. Deuces.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to know when we go live next. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram @WrestlingOnWe, and thanks for watching.